Hi, it's Joe Arlinghouse. Thanks a lot for your support for Valor America. Let me give you a little update today. It's Tuesday, August 6th. Kamala Harris has just chosen her vice presidential running mate, Governor Tim Walz from Minnesota. I couldn't be happier with this meaningless choice. Vice presidential running mates rarely mean much, and she's done a perfectly good job of choosing a guy who means nothing. I don't think this does her much good at all. Hooray for that. You know, we've been in a crazy period of change ever since that presidential debate in June. I didn't really expect Joe Biden to drop out, but here we are with a new candidate for president, and I think most of the Democratic bounce that they might have gotten is there, and it hasn't been anything like what they hoped. Valor America is at a critical moment right now, this week, the next few weeks, as we re-begin testing. Candidly, everything we've done up to now, counting on Joe Biden as the candidate, suddenly doesn't mean as much. Although Kamala inherits all of the Biden-Harris administration failures and successes, and so to some extent the attacks are similar, she's a very different person than Joe Biden, and we think the messages will be different. But as we do, we don't guess that. We start with a guess, but we test, we prove, we determine the best. That's everything about what we are. I've said it 1,000 times, you've heard me say it and write it down so many times, but this is something the Republican world doesn't do. It's strange that that's the case, but it is. Meanwhile, in the Democratic Party right now, they're doing the same thing we're doing. They're re-beginning tests. Everything you see her saying now and in the days ahead, count on it being the result of these sort of tests. Nothing is accidental in the Democratic world. For a long time now, it is the egg-headed scientists that determine everything they say. And that's why you'll hear the same message repeated over and over and over and over from all sorts of different sources. There are literal talking points being written by their smartest researchers in their election world. So this is where we are. This is where the rubber hits the road. Valor America is going to be doing some person-to-person fundraising events in the next month and a half. I hope if there's one near you, you'll join us for it. But right now is really the beginning of the election season. Everything going forward from here matters the most. I hate to ask for money all the time, but it is the nature of what we do that we need that support. We believe God has big things planned for us. We know that the tools we have are the best there are. Please consider an August gift to us. Please consider what you can do, and maybe think about what could you do over these 90 days. Maybe a weekly gift or a monthly gift is better. We'd love to have that pledge of your support. As always, I invite you to call me and to talk about what concerns you. I try to take as many calls as I can. It gets harder and harder, but I do this still. The weeks ahead, though, we have big things coming. Valor America itself is trying to do more communication with you in the same way I'm recording this message today. You'll get a message like this from me every week. We're going to start having a podcast that will at some point be a live podcast where you can join in and ask questions. We're going to be producing a lot more video content just as a way to maybe explain ourselves a little bit better. Share these things with your friends. Please help us grow. There's so much to do. You know, I'm very proud of this work I do. I'm proud of the people who work with me in doing it. But I'm most grateful to you who are listening to this, because without your support, none of this would exist. Thank you. God bless you today, and we'll be talking again soon. Thanks a lot.